So Cain had discovered, but there has to be a way. I'll grant you that, and with your ability to spy, just maybe we'll
Hey,
find...
you guys, look what I found.
Ned, dude, is that monster blood?
No, it's monster blood too.
Uh-oh.
Hello and welcome to another thrilling installment of Drinking with Goosebumps, where today we'll be discussing Goosebumps number 18, Monster Blood 2.
Now this is a Goosebumps first! As it's our first sequel.
It's written by R.L. Stine.
Evan Ross can't stop thinking about Monster Blood and what happened last summer. It was so horrible, so terrifying. Too bad Evan's science teacher doesn't believe him. Now he's stuck cleaning out the hamster's cage as punishment for making up stories. Then Evan's friend Andy comes to town, and things go from bad to worse. Andy's got a present for Evan. It's green and slimy, and it's starting to grow.
Her vagina.
Gross.
Yeah, they are gross. Well, that sounds terrifying. You know what else is equally as terrifying, if not more? Amy's shot. Amy?
Hey guys, today's shot is more Monster Blood. Vodka and Jello. Vodka. Jello. Don't forget to finger it.
Well, let's get this over with. Sequel ring.
Jello bomb.
To sequels!
Sequels!
Basically, Monster Blood is this green, kind of oozy stuff that grows and devours everything in its path.
It's a year after the events that transpired in the first Monster Blood. Evan's back in Hotlanta with his family, back in school.
Nobody likes him. He just keeps getting picked on because he's making up stories.
He gets bullied.
By Conan Barber.
Conan Barber.
As soon as I read that, I was like, oh great, a play on Conan the Barbarian.
And then
they
everyone
actually said
calls
it.
him Conan the Barbarian.
Really?
It wasn't enough just to leave it at.
The hell with you.
It starts out where Evan's playing with Trigger, his dog, who's now 10 feet tall.
And he's growing. And
He keeps growing.
He's size
And
of a horse.
He grabs Evan in his mouth and goes to bury him. Then, Evan wakes up in science class.
The book literally starts with a dream sequence.
Literally.
And then he wakes up in science class, and his teacher,
Mr. Murphy.
hey Evan, stop fooling around. You have to go clean the hamster cage.
Mr. Cuddles' cage.
Cuddles' cage, and Evan hates cleaning the hamster cage. So he gets up and he grabs the hamster and he throws it out the window. But it was another dream! It was a daydream this time. 2 dream sequences in a row is how this book opens. I had...
He gave it to me.
The Jello's so messy. Can you not throw it?
It's like
Please.
licking it off his leg. Yes, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for it.
I just want to read probably one of my favorite passages of the last few Goosebumps. When he's telling Mr. Murphy, oh, Monster Blood is real. Mr. Murphy goes, Evan, I am a science teacher. You don't expect a science teacher to believe all this stuff. And then Mr. Murphy cracks this joke.
Check this out.
Maybe a science fiction teacher would. And Evan goes, well, you're dumb. Mic drop. I love that.
No, he wasn't on stage, he was in class.
So Evan's walking home, gets tackled by a girl because he's a pussy, and it was Andy.
From book 1.
From book
Monster
1.
Blood 1,
Scared.
before they even had numbers on the end of the book.
Apparently Andy's parents were like, oh, we're gonna go work in Europe, go stay with your aunt in Atlanta, which was very convenient. Well, I guess to be fair, they did need to bring Andy back because she comes with the tin of a familiar substance.
Yeah, I like that this one is straight up, it's goo that makes you bigger. And
Straight
that's
up
it.
now, tell me, are you really gonna love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. Or are you in a hit and run?
Straight up now, tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, oh, oh.
So Andy is back, and guess what she's brought? A can of Monster Blood.
The can
The can.
of Monster Blood.
But it's okay.
It's only the can.
It's empty. Andy and Evan are looking at the empty can of Monster Blood when Conan the Barbarian, the school bully, lumbers up. He's like, hey, what do you have there? Evan quickly stuffs it down his pants, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't have anything, don't worry about it. And then Evan's like, oh, thank goodness I hid the can of Monster Blood. And he opens the lid,
Holy shit, it's half full!
half full, because there must have been like a little microscopic
Because he had monster
bit.
blood in his asshole.
That makes sense. Now I understand.
He had his monster period. Evan had his monster period.
The new Express Dry cover provides crazy fast absorption to help stop leaks.
Do you want a random monster period bloodshot?
Random monster period bloodshot.
Random Monster Period Bloodshot.
Wow. They're trying to read the instructions on the can. They're like, what's going on? There's nothing on the can. I just want to point that out because at the end, there's something on the can. Viewers beware, there's nothing on the can.
Plot hole approaching.
There's something on the can, though, that you need to know about.
There's
We're
something on the
We're
can.
coming to the event horizon of the plot hole.
In the future, from the past, there's something on the can.
So even though Evan and Andy
What's on the can?
What's on the can?
What's on the can? So let's give Cuddles the monster blood. That'll show everybody.
Cuddles will get big and it'll prove that Monster Blood is real. And Andy thinks this is hilarious.
Yeah,
But
because
Evan-
it was such a good idea last time.
Yeah, when Trigger ate the Monster Blood became huge. Evan says, no, we're not feeding the Monster Blood to the hamster. We're not feeding it to anybody. Let's bury it right here by this tree. Well, guess what? Conan the Barbarian, the school bully, was watching the whole time.
He's just hiding and he sees where they bury it. He takes it. Whatever. They realize it's not there because they do decide to use it on Cuddles.
So they go to dig it back up, get to the hole.
No can.
It's not there.
They know
must
it's
have-
Conan.
Must have taken it.
They break
Yeah,
and
breaking
enter.
and entering.
Again, children doing vandalist and criminal activities.
The doors are locked.
They-
Fuck it. We'll just go in the kitchen window. It's open.
Andy is an old pro at breaking into houses.
And entering into them.
And well, yeah, not just breaking them. She enters in them as well.
They steal the Monster Blood can back from Conan's house. They leave. A day goes by. Cuddles from Mr. Murphy's science class is growing a little bit. And he's growing a little bit more. Guess what? Andy has fed some Monster
She
Blood.
had promised Evan they wouldn't do it, and then she's like, no, I thought it would be a fun little gag.
Even though she was in Monster Blood 1.
And knows
Andy's the problem
Yeah.
in Monster Blood 2.
Antagonist.
Antagonist.
So she feeds the...
Antagonist. Did you get it?
Cuddles the hamster is huge. He picks up Conan and is like got him in his teeth. And Evan is like, man, I don't like Conan, but I've got to do something to
I
stop.
have to save the day.
Takes the monster blood and starts eating it.
You know what? We should eat the monster blood with him.
Yeah!
That's fair.
Oh,
Motherfuck you.
Oh,
Ned had his monster blood period all over the chair.
It has 3D capture core to help draw stuff in, giving your undies a fighting chance.
all right.
So let's take our monster blood shot with Evan so we can all go big and strong. So now we have a 10-foot Evan battling a 10-foot Cuddles.
It's like a Godzilla movie. So Evan grabs Cuddles by the teeth and then breaks his jaw apart.
Then he sticks his fist up his butthole and talks with him like a puppet. They're battling it out, shit's not looking good. All of a sudden, they both shrink back to normal size.
It's like
Pop.
a pop.
It's like a pop
noise.
It's like
yeah.
pop! You know, which I can't imagine felt good. Both just shrink down to normal size. What the heck happened? Well, remember, we're now at the event horizon of the plot hole. the can that said nothing on it
Now
actually
says
does
something.
Yeah, actually says something.
It expires
Today! And so Evan's the hero.
Random shot, I'm gonna put my penis in your mouth. And Matt LeBlanc.
End of the book, Evan has saved the day, alright? Mr. Murphy stops by Evan's house and says, as a reward, you get to have Cuddles, the hamster. He's all yours.
Andy's parents come back and they're like, oh honey, look what we brought you from Germany. Can of monster blood.
And guess who's eating it? Cuddles, the hamster. Dark ending.
Oh, dark ending.
Dark ending. Dark ending.
Dark ending.
My last note on the book before we go to the episode is page 25, which I'd just like to read a portion of here. That's an old joke, a girl called to Robbie. So Bob, you will drink for a character appearing with your name.
The first Monster Blood book was made into Monster Blood. They made it a two-parter, the second being called More Monster Blood. That wasn't based on book 2, it was just continuing a terrible story.
From the minute we saw it was Evan on an airplane.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Monster Blood.
Yeah, so this is how 9/11 happens, basically.
Jesus.
Did you feel that?
Sure did.
That felt like Monster Blood.
I think we got some Monster Blood, guys. 101 things to do with your modem.
Yes, sir, I'll take a look. I gotta go below. The captain thinks this.
She's like, oh, you're going below later.
If I have to settle you boys down one more time, I will have the captain back here to speak to you.
I will turn this plane around. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Giant hamster blood?
It's a shock on Shocker Street.
We have to find it. The only thing that you are going to find is your
It's my clitoris.
It's my finger in your butthole while I give you a blowjob.
Is that like finding Jesus?
Everybody split up. Maybe we can complete it.
Split up?
Who confused
You're
it?
in a tube!
At this time, I'd like to ask you to close your tray table and return your chair to the full upright position.
And seal up any monster blood you may have on board.
Uh-oh, twist ending.
What?
Oh, the ant.
Whose aunt is that?
So we just watched More Monster Blood.
Not Monster Blood Deuce.
Not a deuce.
Not related to the book. Took place on a plane, and some monster blood gets loose. So it's him, the monster blood, and a kind of cute stewardess.
Anyway, let's rate that book. 2.15. It was fucking stupid.
9 out of 10. I honestly loved the Goosebumps trope of 2 chapters of dream chapters and animal abuse, and I was honestly entertained through the whole thing.
Bob rated.
5.
We were literally all over the board with this book.
It was dumb.
Hated it, medium, loved it.
I guess I wish that he really would have thrown the hamster out the window.
It protects me better than any regular maxi I've tried. New Always with channels. It's cleaner, it's drier, and now it protects even better.
Join us next week for Deep Troubles. Just when you thought it was safe, it wasn't safe. So you don't get in the water because it's not safe.
Because of the hammerhead
Because
shark
of the
that
hammerhead
looks
shark.
like Shamu.
Is that a Jaws reference? I mean, that is literally a Jaws reference, right?
That's some bad hat, Jason.
Give him room, Nettie.
Bye, Cletus.
Bye.